Hi, I thought it necessary today to preface this video just with a little statement. You're going to see in this video that's following that I'm not my normal self or what you've come to know me as in all of the videos that I do for my subscribers and anybody else who watches. Basically, it became obvious to me that when I did a video earlier this year on men over 50 and squatting, that, having people disagree with me is just fine. It's actually part of, being in the public eye, is that there's always going to be people who don't agree with everything that you say. And that doesn't offend me or bother me. When people take my words and twist them, however, that, to me, is just plain wrong. It's wrong, it's inappropriate, and then when people make comments in the comments section of my videos and they assume certain things, and I never said them in my videos, that again is wrong. So I'm very specific with the words that I use. As you'll see in this following video, I'm very specific, and I'm hammering home a point that obviously didn't come across in the first Men Over 50 and Squatting video that I shot earlier this year. You can find it down on my channel. But in this one, I know I got it across. So please excuse the little bit of attitude that I have as I'm getting that point across, but I intended to be firm and yet not come off as a complete jerk. So hopefully that does come across, that I'm just being firm and sticking to my points along the way and speaking clearly about what my points are. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the video. God bless you. Thank you. Hi, this is John, and welcome back to Mr. America Heart. I'm standing right here today next to my squat rack with my barbell loaded right there. And no, I'm not about to squat. You see me in my dress shirt today. Look, I've done a video a while back. If you search back on my channel, I did a video on men over 50 and squatting and how I believe fully that men over 50 should be squatting and continuing to squat as long as they don't have any pre-existing conditions or problems with their spine or their knee or their hip. And if you watch that video that I shot from beginning to end and you listen to my words, then you'll know that not once did I say anybody who's over 50 or anybody at any point in time should be squatting with ultra heavy weights that are bone crushing. I used that word in particular and specifically. I used the word moderate weights over and over again. So I'm doing this video today to say men over 50, shoot man, men over 40, how about that? Men over 40 even, but men over 50 specifically, do not be afraid. Leave the fear at the door. When you see the comments section down below to this video or to my other video that I did on squatting, then you're going to see that there's some good comments, about some people out there who are doing squats and gaining the benefits of it for all the reasons that I did mention. And then you'll also see a few fear-based squats. They're fear-based. They're not fact-based, they're fear-based. So a whole bunch of people out there see absolutely no reason why somebody should be loading their spine at all while they're training their legs. Well, they've never heard of just simply core exercises. A core exercise is defined as any exercise that involves your upper and your lower body at the same time. There are benefits to doing exercises like that, a lifetime of benefits. Again, not with bone-crushing weights, and again, with moderate weights for some nice, clean repetitions. A really nice squat, like the one I'm showing you right now in this picture. This nice squat right here just shows that when that spinal column is nice and straight, it can handle weight, and the load transfers nicely to the legs. Now, a lot of people say, well, I'll just do hack squats instead of barbell squats so that I'm not loading my spine. That's foolish, because you are loading your spine and you're doing so in a fixed motion. So if you're going to do it instead of barbell squats, again, fear-based, then what you're doing is you're choosing to do an exercise that's fixing your back in place, as opposed to barbell or free weight squats, or even goblet squats for that matter, or front squats. I'm talking about free weight squats. Again, do not be fearful. So, I've been doing this for 33 years, training people, and I've been training myself for 35 years. Having done that, my own spine, I've squatted heavy weights for low repetitions. I've done moderate weights for higher repetitions. I've never competed in a powerlifting event, although I've done powerlifting type cycles. My spine, when you look at it on an X-ray, does not show age-related degenerative disc thinning. I'm 54. So, why would that be? And that would be because I haven't destroyed the discs in between my vertebrae in my back. I don't do grinders when I squat. That is, squatting down and then coming up like that with your back. If I look like I have a serious face on right now, I do. If I look like I'm not being very entertaining right now, I'm not. I'm being very serious about this. So I'm taken seriously. That, no, I'm not talking about doing grinders. No, I'm not talking about doing very bad, terrible repetitions. I'm talking about doing clean, really nice repetitions, stopping 1 or 2 repetitions shy of failure. So if your back starts to go over or pitch forward a little bit on the squat on the way up, it's time to rack the weight. Or, even better, do like I do and use a really good spot. And I'll even put up a little video showing me being spotted with, about 400 pounds or so as I'm squatting. It's very recent. So, what I'm getting at is, if you should choose to do any one of those supposed safer exercises, let's discuss a couple of them really quick. Your hack squats. Already discussed it. Putting your spine in a different position than it's meant to be in when you squat. Okay? Locked in position, mind you. Still loading the spine. Still, let's be clear. People who think they're not loading their spine with a hack squat, incorrect. The weight is loaded pressing down on your spine. So if you have a fear of loading your spine, the problem right there is that reasoning does not hold up when you do a hack squat. You're still loading the spine specifically to get the weight to your legs. So that does not hold up when it comes to hack squats. Let's talk leg presses for a moment. Leg presses, okay, wonderful exercise, right? Your back is nice and supported. Usually most people, when they hurt their lower backs doing some other exercise, they decide, well, I'm going to do leg presses. We'll take a look at some of these pictures of these leg presses I'm putting up for you right now, and you'll see, wow, that spine goes in a C shape as the weight comes on down. Interesting, isn't it? So you have a whole pile of weight pushing your spine into a straight back, and your spine is going like this up against that straight back with the weight being pushed up. Smash like this against a straight back, pushing your lumbars flat into the seat back. Well, there are very few leg presses that do have some nice spinal support, and they have orthopedically arched lower backs. And I like a few of them like this one. But having said that, the majority of those leg presses are going to put a lot of pressure on your lower back, your spine, and push it right into the pad. And look at each picture I just put up about those leg presses. Where is the man's head? Forward, like this. They're usually doing some intense, really bitchin' looking repetition with a massive weight, grabbing the pad like this, and from the side, like that. Cool looking, right? The problem is when the head goes forward, you just turned that spine into a C, just as if you were squatting. If you squat down like this, and your head is up here, and you start to drive up, but your head goes forward, your whole spine goes with it. That's what's happening on a leg press when your head goes forward. But most people sit on a leg press with the seat angled back like this, and their head is all the way forward, just like they're sitting in their car seat when they're driving their car. Because gravity pull straight down, and the body's tendency is to make the head go directly against gravity, straight up and down, not against the seat back. So what do? If you're driving your car, obviously you're not going to throw your head way, way back and be uncomfortable, but it's move the seat up a little bit, and you'll be a little bit more comfortable for your head and your neck. On the leg press, what do? Throw the head back. Stick your chest out. Lock your spine in place. As the weight comes down, how far down should you come on a leg press? I'm not saying don't do leg presses, but I'm saying faulty reasoning. If you're saying it's better, safer, way more of a better leg exercise than squats. Well, different reasons, my friend. Here's the problem. You get on that leg press, you're going to overload it with a lot of weight. Even if you use moderate weights, you need to maintain that perfect posture, position. Just as in squats, you do, but it's deceptive because most people have their head forward. They're already starting out with a C-shaped spine, which means their lower back, their lumbar areas are susceptible to being pressed into the seat back, and therefore those discs are going to be pushed out of place. Way more dangerous, way more. I'll put forth to you right now that the majority of people who do leg presses that have back pain and don't squat because they're afraid that's what caused their back pain in the first place, or they were afraid of causing back pain as they got older, so they just switched to the leg press. Suddenly they have back pain and they accept it as a reason or as a consequence of getting older. Problem with that thinking? The leg press did it. Using that poor form on the leg press, that's what did it. So, let's be clear. Man, on my channel, Mr. America Heart on YouTube, y'all are welcome to comment. I receive differing opinions all the time. This is my opinion I'm giving you. Well, there's a lot of fact involved as well. Undeniably, that spine on a leg press is going to be pushed into the seat back. And if you don't maintain perfect form, it's going to be pushed into the seat back. If you go too deep with your knees, you're going to be pushing your lumbars into the seat back. It doesn't matter that the seat is there supporting you. You're smashing your discs into the seat back. You'll say to me, well, on squats, you fall forward, you're going to hurt your back. Don't fall forward. On the one repetition where you know the lower back just barely pitches forward, it's time to rack the weight. That's it. So be safe is my point all along. I've always said moderate weights, not bone-crushing weights. The only ones that need to use bone-crushing weights are power lifters. And that's not even bone-crushing. It's just maximum weights for one repetition. That's the only person out there that's required to use a weight that mandates doing one repetition for a maximum single. All others, all the rest of us, can use moderate weights, gain all the benefits of the great squat, the great deep knee bend, and go down as far as you can comfortably go, as I've described in my other squat videos. So, men over 50, reevaluate your routine, reevaluate using especially that leg press, and whether or not you're pushing your lower back into the seat back. Keep a little arch to your lower back if it's not orthopedically lumbar supported already. And continue to squat if you've been squatting. Enjoy it. Gain the benefits from it. That's it for today. From my heart to you, feel free. Comment below. I welcome all comments. Even if you disagree with me, that's fine. Make your comment. Make your case. Thank you. And all the way on your left, if you haven't done so, all the way on the right, please hit the red subscribe button. And all the way to the left, if you're liking these videos, give me a thumbs up. It's way appreciated. That's it. From my heart to you, John Hart.